Yeah. One West. Some people live the good life, them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy, for have it. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have a 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want to see na fi we and you know give we food fi we yam. And when the youth use brilliance, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man pillion. The bad boy, true me say don't rush me, a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in that sky when some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die be happy. No joy for the black boy. They get to you, them a fuck up the road and tough up the code, just no go below. C9 man a shuffle the board and if you no know then you no fi know. Matic in a waist we no go lucky mode. This one West boy get up your load. Who no know when me no shoes and me no food and no clothes. We no do the posing, we no explode. Just a wait for the right time for we explode. Hustle man a hustle child, we make dough and we can't wait for the next show. Some people live the good life, them and mummy pot dry. Come and tell me I gotta die, be happy. No joy for the black boy. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have a 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want to see na fi we and you know give we food fi we yam. And when the youth get original, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man criminal. Killer them a say them heaven on earth. Man a fi a fight with the devil from birth. Poverty a time for your Lego man shirt. Your man a fi stay blessed all when the land curse. All when the land curse. I know the GLE them want see we in a one earth. The bad boy, true me said don't rush me a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in that sky when some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die, be happy. No joy for the black boy.
All right, clap it up.
Okay.
Yeah, man. All right, welcome again, everybody.
I like how about that one name, man. But go ahead.
Look, yes, finish your thoughts, sir.
No, I said I like about that one name now. But go ahead.
Can. All right, welcome again, everybody, to the Breakdown Podcast. You know what I mean? Where we break down the strongholds holding back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, Trinidad, the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America, everywhere that the children of Israel live. See? Without further ado, as you jump in on the top of the screen, like, share, follow, subscribe, depending on the platform you're watching at. You understand? Look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So we get into tonight.
Can. All right, sir. So Jamaica appears to be on a losing streak when it comes to the opinions of a lot of Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? From Hurricane Melissa to not making it to the World Cup automatically, and Miss Jamaica World falling off stage.
That was rough. I saw that.
Yeah, I think she's also still in hospital, so it seems like she
because
far. Yeah,
that fall. I know how much feet it was, but that's one of them fall where you know, like, okay, if you see yourself going to fall, your body will automatically try to, you know what I mean, brace. Yeah, for it. She didn't see it coming. And fall off that stage. And that was the end of that project.
And that's a stage.
Yeah.
That's a stage. So you know it's a far way to go down. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Hopefully the sister recover. You know what I mean? Soon, you know the thing already. But we here in Jamaica, we consider that almost like a bad omen. What them call it
Yeah,
omen or omens like
yeah.
Jamaica, you know what I
Omen.
mean? Yeah, Karawa cancer. So Jamaica have dark days ahead, basically.
I mean to, I mean to laugh. Okay,
Nothing.
I'm laughing at the fact that the
God,
oppressor done tricked us
God,
into these superstitious ways of thinking. You know
God,
what I mean? For example, when it comes to um like demons, like you know what I
God,
mean, like people think demons. You know what I mean, you see some, you know what I mean, some creature looking black with some horn on the head, you know what I
yeah,
mean, and you know what I mean, some crazy stuff. When that's the oppressive type imagination on things to basically keep you busy.
right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
God,
Like you thinking it's a demon that have Jamaica in that state when
God,
it's the oppressor that have you in that state.
right.
You understand what I'm saying?
God,
The demons and thing coming, of course, the fact that we don't do what the Lord say to do. So of course, you know, if you do what the Lord say to do, the Bible calls that you having the what? The Holy Spirit. But
right.
when you don't do what the Lord say to do, that's when you have demons on you. And now
God,
the demons on you will cause you to go do something so that you get harmed. For example, smoking. You know what I
right.
mean? Like the demon will tell you, you know what I mean, it's okay, we can smoke. You smoke, and then all these health conditions start to come on us. You know what I mean? These
God,
different health conditions. The Bible tell you don't eat pork, but here it is, you yam and non pork. You understand what I'm saying? Crab, shrimp, and lobster. I know that might be, you know what I mean, your, you know what I mean, thing, but people in the Caribbean on the whole, you know what I mean, we like these type of delicacies. You know what I mean? Things that
God,
the Lord say not to eat, that is on the top of our list.
right.
You know what I mean? When you talk about beef and you know what I mean, goat and lamb, you know what I mean, mutton, you know what I mean, that ain't on the top of your list. Why? Because the meat expensive. You
God,
understand? So now you think is you think is a demon that making your meat expensive so that you can't buy food that is, you know what I mean, that is lawful?
right.
Nah,
Good
it's
food.
the oppressor.
Right.
It's the oppressor oppressing the hell out here. And
Mm-hmm.
you'll see today. Like
God,
like a slave, all he wants is to win a competition. That's all a slave wants.
God.
You don't want to win the mansion. You
Right.
just want to win the sport the master have in front.
Mm-hmm.
So now
God.
you could feel good about yourself.
Right.
Almost like a, you know what I mean, like you know what I mean, brothers or sisters, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, start to say, you know what I mean, on drugs, you know what I mean, or doing drugs. Like most of your brothers who's smoking weed, they can't give it up because they're gonna have to face reality that they're
Right.
poor, that they, you know what I mean, their life is a mess in shambles, the bill is high, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, we just have to face reality. So
Right.
without that, you know what I mean, without that mindset, you know what I mean, you want to, you know what I mean, you don't want to get away from that.
God.
So I just say you don't want to get away. You want to get away.
You
So
want
now
to
you
get
smoke.
away. You want to ignore your reality, basically.
Yes, like
God.
Jamaica just want to ignore the reality that
God.
they don't have roofs on their house.
God.
They want to ignore the reality that, you know what I mean, they don't have any, you know what I mean, anything in that place but what? If you ain't trying to sing reggae, you understand? If you ain't trying to leave Jamaica and come to America to go join the military, then what you have in Jamaica? Then all you
God.
have is Usain Bolt to go run in the Olympics and jump. You know what I mean? Up to this
God.
day, they're still with this Bob Marley.
Mm-hmm.
You
God.
understand that they can't pass it on to somebody else as yet because Bob Marley make them feel like, you know what I mean, now the oppressor is going to accept us. Now he had to accept us. You understand? When come on.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just to say, you know what I mean, the success that the oppressor allowed us, you know, which is not really real success, really blur the line between what is good for us and what is really bad for us. You know what I mean? So here in Jamaica, we have this, you know what I mean, this ignorant pride that we are great, not because of anything righteous that we are doing, but because of how good we have done in the oppressors' competitions.
In his eyes, yeah. Yeah, you're right. In his eyes. Like we try to we build our success on what the oppressor see in us. I mean, like that's how we measure success.
Right.
You understand? Like success shouldn't be measured by the oppressor, by what he thinks about us. But measure success by how many doctors you have, how many lawyers you have. You understand? Measure success by, how many righteous sons and daughters you have.
Right.
You understand? Measure success like that. Measure it like that. And now you'll see a difference in society. Now you're going to see brothers and sisters, coming together and understanding that we are a nation. And success is when we can govern ourselves. You understand? We can make decisions on our own. Because right now, we're not making decisions on our own. I don't care what island you're on. You're not making decisions on your own.
Right.
You understand?
Gone.
So if you want, you can start off with the with that video. You know what I mean? It's a lot, but you know what I mean? Go ahead.
You know what I mean? So this is the Miss Jamaican Miss Jamaica in the Miss World pageant. She fell off stage, you know what I mean? Unfortunate for the sister. Hope she recovers soon. But you know what I mean? This is what we think is us doing great when we do well in the oppressors competition. Now, without further ado, everybody like, share, follow, subscribe.
They say it's alright, only God understands. They say, my brother, things will get better. I'm still here in this place you've left.
No one expected that within just 24 hours.
Yeah. That's rough.
Is a high stage too?
Yeah, that's rough.
Gone.
That is rough. I mean, and we're doing things to anger the Lord. And this is just an example of when we anger the Lord, what he can do to us. You know what I mean? I mean, like this is, if that happened to her, bet your bottom dollar, something worse could happen to me and you if we don't do what the Lord said to do. Tell the Lord she didn't lose her life or any major she had to have any major changes in life because of that fall. You know what I mean?
Well, she hospitalized, so we're not really sure how severe well here she is. You know what I mean? So hopefully she know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gonna work out.
And
if I may, sir, if she scream,
I
never hear it still,
I think I hear it.
She probably did.
Yeah.
24 hours after Miss Jamaica, Gabriel Henry suddenly fell off the Miss Universe stage. The incident would expose 3 major mistakes allegedly made by the organizers. During the preliminary show, Gabriel Henry...
Hold on.
No one expected that within just 24 hours after Miss Jamaica, Gabriel Henry suddenly...
That your attack, sir.
Yeah, that might be strong.
I'm not sure if them added the editing of the video or is she actually screaming. Let me hear it again.
No one expected that within just 24 hours after Miss Jamaica, Gabriel Henry, suddenly fell off the Miss Universe stage. The incident would expose 3 major mistakes allegedly made by the organizers. During the preliminary show, Gabriel Henry suddenly slipped off the runway. Luckily, she received medical attention in time. But once the video went viral, the internet exploded. At first, everyone thought it was just a simple misstep, but the more people rewatched it, the more it seemed like something else was going on. What looked like an avoidable accident is now being linked to 3 possible errors by the organizers. First theory, possible stage design issues. Some viewers shared screenshots claiming there was an unfinished gap right in the middle of the path the contestants had to walk. If that's true, then it's a serious safety hazard that makes an accident almost unavoidable. Second theory, lighting problems. Many people at the venue commented that the stage was dark, while the background animations were flashing intensely. With heels on and a fast rhythm to maintain, that kind of visual chaos can easily make someone lose their footing. Third theory, lack of proper rehearsal. Some believe the contestants didn't seem fully familiar with the stage layout. And when a stage is complex, one unfamiliar step can go wrong very quickly. But there's also another group of people who believe we shouldn't jump to conclusions or blame one side right away. So what do you think? Do you believe this was just an accident, or is there really something wrong with the stage setup?
I think it was an act of God. Yeah, I mean, to let us know to stay away from this. Yeah, I mean, let me heathens have that pageant thing. Yeah, I mean, I mean, our sisters, you don't need no pageant to say we beautiful.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that there is, you know what I mean, it's crazy. The first time I hear and see something like that happen. You know what I mean? And what's the other video? What's the other thing you all say? Oh yeah, you all sent my video too with the hill on fire.
Yeah, can.
Yeah,
I don't know how far that fire eventually spread, but that was happening in was it St. Elizabeth? I don't remember correctly, but you know what I mean.
It was Westmoreland.
Westmoreland. Okay.
Yeah.
Can.
Forgot the name of the company, but it was Westmoreland.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But I think I was saying it to Cap after we went to on the journey to Santino. I said how the trees look. Just firewood. They have to be very careful about how them light fire down there.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the football. Yeah, you have any story on the football? On what
we never have video queued up. We never have no video queued up, but all right.
What about the article?
All right, let me find one quick and fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what Jamaicans are saying is that these are bad omens, basically. You know what I mean? Like this world falling off stage, not entering the World Cup, and Hurricane, you know what I mean? Melissa is a bad sign, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
when I mean, it all boils down to really and truly, like, okay, like, and that's the straight what oppression does. Oppression make you just how to put it, like put your life or the culture in this one little bubble right here with 3 things that happen.
Right.
When there's a ton of things going on right now. Yeah, I mean before
misplaced priorities, sir. So
yeah. Like before this happened, and it's almost as if like we want the validation from the oppressor. You understand? But we don't need the validation from the oppressor. We need validation from the Most High power.
Right.
That's what we need validation for. You understand? Like, and the reason for that is has to deal with Black people having, you know what I mean, that low self-confidence. You understand? That low self-confidence that we have, and you know what I mean, that's one of the issues, one of the major issues. I mean, if you want to read the what we have on the self-confidence, the self-confidence, right? It's It's on page I think the third page. Started on the third page.
Slow.
Yeah. I could start reading it here. They say and in go
Third
ahead.
page, right?
Uh-huh.
Slow. Hold on 1 second, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because we definitely have to pay attention to that. I mean, we got to tell our kids, you know, I mean, teach our kids that they're smart. I remember watching this movie. You'll ever study the movie Help?
The
When this,
hell,
when, yeah, Help. Like a, it's like,
HELP.
yeah,
Sir. First, me I
never
hear
saw
about
that. Yeah,
sir.
well, the word help, not the word, but the movie Help. There was a sister in there. I forget her name, but she's a famous actor. Um, she's the one who acts as the Woman King, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, name boy, but she wasn't there. She was a help, a maid, and she was
God,
taking care of this white girl, and she had to tell the white girl every time, "You is smart, you is important, and you something else." You know what I mean? Like we do that for their kids when we're supposed to be doing that for our kids. You understand? We do that for our kids. And our kids are going to have to learn, you know what I mean, that we in oppression and this is how we what we're gonna have to do to get out of oppression. You understand?
God.
Right? Now, you wanna read the you find it?
We find symptoms of low confidence in a marginalized ethnic community.
No, let me tell you. I think it's page four. Page four.
Fear of authority.
Page four.
Okay. From the top, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, you could just read an entire ethnic group can develop symptoms of low collective self-confidence when they have lived under long-term oppression, discrimination,
Can. Yeah, man. You see
right?
it. Can.
Go,
This says, Salaki. This
go ahead.
says, an entire ethnic group can develop symptoms of low collective self self-confidence when they have lived under one, long-term oppression, two, discrimination,
Hmm.
three, colonization, four, slavery,
Hmm.
five, cultural erasure.
Yeah. And 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 with the long-term oppression, like think long-term oppression to the point where today, okay, the oppression is the fact that you all have land, fertile land. Remember, in slavery days, they used the land in the Caribbean more so for sugar cane. You
Can.
understand? More so for sugar cane. You know what I mean? So which means you had farmers on your land. But
Right.
today, your farmers are not exporting products. You understand? No livestock and no crop. You're not exporting product like that. We just importing. So what
Can.
happened to your farmers? There's no
Right.
farmers. So if there's no farmers, but there's what? There's land. What you think happening? So now all these other nations coming in and buying up resorts around the country where the beaches, I mean, nice areas are. And now they're building, just imagine you have a hotel in your country and you cannot enjoy it. You
Can.
cannot enjoy that hotel. That hotel is not for you.
Not for you. Yeah. Can one
You
can.
understand? Like that's long-term oppression that we under. And we don't see it because of why I think we don't see it. Two P's or three P's. Why we don't see it. Let me tell you,
Can say.
because of the politicians,
Can one can.
because of your preachers, and I will
Can.
throw in
Can.
because of the police.
Mm-hmm.
Because who does the Rastas and them call Babylon? They call any what oppressive system, right?
Can
But
one.
they label the police as what? Babylon.
Babylon.
You understand?
Can one can.
So now you are the police, your preacher, and your politicians. And you think them is the ones oppressing you. You understand?
Can
You
one
think
can.
them is the one that have you in the situation. You know what I mean? When indirectly they do. But at the end of the day, they are the answer to who? The so-called oppressor.
Mm-hmm. Can one
The
can.
oppressor is oppressing you. But your politicians and your preachers on them, they put in place to turn your eye
Yeah.
away from the real oppressor.
Can.
So now you're looking at your politicians as the oppressor, your preachers, and the police. You
Can.
understand?
Can.
All
And
right?
if I make up, you
Come
know what I
on.
mean? The same lack of collective self, you know what I mean, self-esteem cause us to shift our, you know what I mean, our self-worth to competitions like these, like Miss World, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the World Cup, you know what I mean. So if we don't qualify for the World Cup, you know what I mean, Jamaica is doing bad. When like what
Yeah.
Kappa tell you say, Jamaica's we as black people in Jamaica already have been doing bad. Meaning we
Mm-hmm.
have been under oppression. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We have been living in poverty. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But because no, we don't qualify for the World Cup, we think that boy, now is the time that God apparently is not with us.
Mm-hmm.
See, when it's clear that we have been living a curse all along, not because of
Yeah.
the World Cup. You understand? And at qualifying for some World Cup or Miss Jamaica World making it to the finals or winning Miss World can't put back roof like what Cap said upon the people house in St.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth or in Westmoreland. You know what I mean? That is just feelings. Like you feel good, say Miss Jamaica World win the competition, or you feel good, so we make it to the World Cup. But the reality is, on the ground, people are still suffering. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? That don't help, none
Yeah.
at all. And we need to leave from this mindset of wanting, of loving superstitious help. You know, help that is not real help. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
And this feeling help, which don't do any good for us when the oppressor rules the world and him don't need that superstitious help or superficial help. You understand?
That's
Him
right.
rule over us. You understand? We need to think big. We need to think bigger. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Here in the ISUPK and the command in general, yeah, we teach that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, including black people in Jamaica, are God's chosen people. And we are the
Mm.
ones who are supposed to rule this earth. We need to start think big. Some World
That's
Cup
right.
can't do nothing for us as a people. If we
Mm.
even go to the World Cup and win it, we're still in a poverty. We
Yeah.
still suffer police brutality. We still have corrupt leaders who are going to oppress us on behalf of the oppressor. Nothing now going to
Mm-hmm.
change. More than we have some dumb World Cup where we can't benefit us in the long term. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Slack, yes, sir.
Right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Like
Slack.
like we basing success off of of entertainment.
Gone on, gone. That's
Yeah.
exactly what
En-
you're right.
Entertainment.
Gone on,
Entertaining the oppressor.
gone on, gone.
Entertaining these heathens.
Yeah,
You understand? Like
gone on,
like
gone.
like I understand, you know what I mean? No, this is Miss what? Miss World or whatever, right?
Yeah, Miss
Oh,
Jamaica World.
Miss Jamaica. Will?
Yeah, Kanwanka.
Wait a minute. So these are just Jamaicans?
Meaning she would be the one who have won Miss Jamaica. So now she go up on the world stage to represent Jamaica to try and win Miss World.
So it looked like Miss World or Miss Universe, whichever one.
Miss Universe, I think it is.
Yeah, which is I believe that's like worship. I forget what God is that they're worshiping. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Probably
Which then you
Ishtar.
know. Mm-hmm. And now watch who is all in it. Look like Asians running it now. You understand what I'm saying? When them Asians, they have a country. They have a powerful country. What you have? They don't need to go to the World Cup. They don't need to have nobody in the pageant. They don't need them thing. And you'll never hear them saying what we saying.
Right.
I mean, that whole superstitious thing is to keep your mind busy. You understand? It's to keep your mind busy so that you don't know who is actually pulling the string. You know what I mean? And making sure your dollar is you know what I mean is dirt. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean, it has no value. You understand? When $1, which make from the same paper your dollar make from, my dollar worth more than your dollar. You understand? Which then you know we in oppression. Because we in oppression, it's the low self-confidence is showing up with statements and you know what I mean, not just by one people, but it's a culture, it's an ethnicity, it's a country having the same mindset. You understand? Having the same mindset. And guess what? Your preachers and them ain't going to tell you how to get out of that mindset.
Right.
Instead, your preacher's going to tell you, pray for Miss Universe, pray for you to make it to the World Cup. And what's the other thing?
And the hurricane, you know what I mean, is like you know what I mean, 3 strikes, you're out. Basically.
Yeah. Like, pray when now is the time for us to come together. F the pageant and F the World Cup.
Right.
We have a disaster on our hands. We don't need that distraction. And entertainment is not going to feed people in Westmoreland. It's not going to clothe them. You understand? It's not. Finish reading that stuff on self-confidence.
Sir. And Silakia, just one thing, sir, to add to your point.
Come on.
There was a pastor that came out, you know what I mean, saying, you know, that the Miss World falling off stage is, and basically I say it's a woman that tells us that Jamaica is not right with God. That's why Miss World fell off stage. So basically he's saying that this is a sign that Jamaica, God is not with Jamaica anymore. You know what I mean? Which ties into your point, sir. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And what are you telling about God? God loves to see these women dressed like this. Your pastor, he just a hired, whore. Yeah. I mean, will tell you anything to get money.
Right.
When God has not been with the Caribbean for a very long time, because we are not doing what we're supposed to do. Remember, God kept his promise. God told us if we didn't listen to him, he was going to put us on ships and bring us across here. And we will have to serve our slavery.
Right.
You understand? And he said if we'd listen to him, we won't have to do that. We'd have been, you see how the Israelis living right now? We'd have been living just like that. You understand? Not living in a way where would have been, permitted genocide on people,
Right.
but we would have been enjoying the earth.
Gone.
This earth would have been right. There would have been no wars. There would have been no rumors of wars if we was in charge. But we failed. We failed
Right.
to listen to the Lord. And now look at what we in. Now instead of we saying we're gonna stop eating pork, we're gonna stop doing these things, or we start saying, what the hell are we doing wrong for the Lord to be dealing with us like this? Nah, that's not the mindset you have.
Gone.
I mean, the mindset you have is you want, you want everything to go right for you, but you don't want to work so that everything go right for you.
Gone.
That's not how it's gonna work. You understand? Come on.
If I may. In other words, the Most High don't give a damn about the World Cup.
That's
You
right.
can't pray to God to make it to the World Cup. See? God don't give a damn about no Miss World, Miss Universe pageant. As a matter of fact, our sisters going on stage naked is against God.
That's
You
right.
understand? This pageant is an abomination to God.
That's right.
See? So don't think for a second that the Most High, cares about the World Cup qualifiers or care about Miss World. You know what I mean? What the Most High care about, like what Kappa said, is you coming back to his last statutes and commandments, serving him again. You know what I mean? And then now you can be the people that the Most High want you to be. Miss World falling off stage is neither here or there.
Yeah.
You
That's
know what I
it.
mean? So,
Yeah. And now, our brothers and sisters think we're saying, don't support, Jamaica. You should support Jamaica, but understand that success is not based on this.
right.
You understand? Understand that what the pastor call it? Bad omens is not just based on this. Bad omens is going. Then you're gonna have to throw in the pork, the crab, shrimp, and lobster. And we call the one man down there. They call him Joe Grind. Yeah. And then them sisters who giving men jacket. You understand? Like crazy jackets. I mean, I hear Jamaica is one of them places where it's like that. Where you think this child is yours, and then when you go do that DNA test, that ain't your child.
Sir.
That ain't your child. You understand? We have to change our entire lifestyle.
Right.
You understand? We have to grow our daughters up, not to look at, being part of this world. We have to grow our sons up, knowing not to be a part of this world.
Right.
You understand? If you had to be in the pageant, then you dress like an Israelite and look beautiful. You know what I mean? You dress like an Israelite. You know what I mean? You had to go into the World Cup. Don't think, your life, it's an end and be it all if you miss out on the World Cup. No. No.
As like yes, sir, if I may,
based
on this standard, this would mean that the other times that Jamaica did well in, like for example, the Olympics and won the Miss World pageant, that would be God was with us. You know what I mean? When in reality, God don't care about those things. So whether we break the world record or we, you know what I mean? We have the #1 song on Billboard. God is not, God don't care about that. That doesn't mean that we are serving the Most High. And that we need to get, you know what I mean? We need to get that correct now. We need to think now. Jamaica doing good does not mean that we as God chosen people are doing good.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And Jamaica doing bad does not necessarily mean that we as God's chosen people are doing bad. We have been doing bad from ever since. Now is the time for we to start do good and then The real reward is not winning Miss World or Miss Universe or winning the World Cup. The real reward is getting this oppressor's foot off our neck. You understand?
Yeah.
That is the reward. Us being in rulership. Now we have to start thinking big. We have to realize, we have to accept who we are as God's chosen people and start thinking bigger than some dumb World Cup. You can
That's
imagine,
right.
sir, God's warriors running up and down on some grass, kicking a ball, like, you know what I mean? As
Yeah.
sport to the oppressor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we looking at that as if that is the heights of accomplishment. No, the heights of accomplishment is rulership of this planet, this entire earth. You understand? That is what the Most High intends for us. But most of our people, we think, you know what I mean, the best we can do is win the Miss Universe pageant. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? That's a small thing. Slack it.
That's right. Are you correct? All the way correct.
Sir.
You understand?
Okay.
I was looking for the scripture. Go to Joshua 24, and I believe 24.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24 and verse 24. And the people said unto Joshua, the Lord our God we serve, and his voice will we obey.
You understand? That's what the Lord wants.
Right.
He wants us to obey. You understand?
Okay.
He don't want, you know what I mean? He don't want, you know what I mean, your sacrifice of waking up in the morning to go train. You understand? And then, you know what I mean, you not doing what you say to do. Make it to be like Houston Bolt. You know how much sacrifice Houston Bolt had to make? And what he had to watch what he eat. You know what I mean? He had to, you know what I mean? He have to train and train and train and train. Like he's making tremendous sacrifice that regular men like me and you would not be making. You understand? To be at that level, you know what I mean, it's nigh on to, you know what I mean, like you living and breathing training.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
The
Lord don't care about that.
Right.
He wants you to train yourself to obey him. You understand? That's what he wants. All right. Finish reading that list of things.
Sir. Discrimination, colonization, slavery, culture erasure, economic inequality, negative stereotypes, loss of cultural identity.
So all of the above, you could clearly see that's taking place with our people. Clearly seen and taking place with our people. You understand? Right? Anything else?
I don't know if you want the paragraph right below it.
Read them here.
It says these conditions can produce patterns within communities, not because of your ethnicity, but because of the environment and trauma they were subjected to.
Yeah, exactly what's going on. Like the trauma that we're going through in our in poverty act. You know what I mean, to the point where just understand this like we trying to be the best entity.
Right.
That's what we basing you know what I mean, greatness on.
Yeah.
You understand? You being the best entertainer, you being the best athlete.
In other words, sir, being the best dancing, skipping, and jiving Negro for the oppressor.
Yeah. When we should be, you know, we should be trying to get our kids to become doctors,
Right.
lawyers, engineers, like push them in that direction. And when they become it, now you make it known to the community, yo, such and such young went to school and became a doctor.
Right.
Now, these the type of people you want to push. And before you know it, it's going to be a nation where, with the priest of the Lord, now all that studies you're doing, all of that, if you don't have a priest of the Lord in your corner, it becomes, it's useless for the white man's kingdom, but it's
Right.
useless to the Lord. You understand?
Yes,
Right?
amen. And it's obvious.
Any more? Yeah. Read down more.
And Slakia, if I may, sir, we are not saying that it's bad for you to be a talented artist or a talented athlete, you know what I mean? If you can run, you know what I mean, and you can make money for your family, you know what I mean, because you have a God-given talent. So be it, but don't make it make you think that, all right, you are you are you have made some accomplishment that, you know what I mean, makes any difference. Just use it
That's right.
like a 9 to 5. You understand?
That's right.
It's a 95, you run, you win a gold medal, you make millions now, you can come back and help your people. See?
That's right.
But don't think that being the fastest man alive or making it to the World Cup means that black people is doing well. No, your people is still suffering. You know what I mean? And under oppression. You know what I mean? Slack, yes, sir. This says, below is a safe and accurate explanation of the symptoms a marginalized ethnic group may show when suffering from low collective self-confidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that you can clearly see in the community. You can go in any community in Jamaica, any community in Trinidad, any where Israelites are, and you are going to see that. You're going to witness it. You understand? But so now you understand why all we want to do is be, entertainers. Because now that is not us coming up against the oppressor. You know what I mean? I'm telling them he's the mirror on the face of the earth. He's the devil the Bible speaks of. That's us more trying to assimilate into his place to be accepted into his world. You understand? Now we done climb to the top of the world. Now you have to recognize us as Jamaican. Now you have to recognize us as Trinidadians or as Bajans or as Grenadians. Now you have to recognize us. We done climb to the top. You know what I mean? Running, you know what I mean? Football, you name it. We done climb to the top.
But
what's going to happen? The oppressor still going to be the one ruling over your people. All right? Any more?
I think we can clip it on that right there, for that part right there. You want to jump over to the Hispanic brother now?
Yeah. Yeah. Because as I said, tying into this too. But the whole, self-confidence, the whole thing. No volume.
Okay, All right, let me just
come out and then I'll go back in. And this is something that my brothers and sisters in America have been going through because of Martin Luther King.
The word appropriate.
All right. Yeah, I hear it now, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Karawanka.
Came my way, entered my mind when I came across this place. I thought it would be like, when you go to these Caribbean places and you see Indians or Middle Easterns working behind the counter. Well, I saw this guy very unfriendly. The way this guy looked at me, should have seen the way he looked at me. Anyways, I'm going to find out if this is owned by blacks before I order anything, if it's owned by Jamaicans. Who's the owner here?
Right.
Why? Because I'd like to know.
Amir.
Amir. Okay, so this is not owned by Jamaicans?
No. Chef is Jamaican.
The chef is Jamaican.
Yeah.
So this is owned by who?
Amir.
Oh, Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically appropriation then.
Franchise, yeah.
Yeah, appropriation. They basically, it's franchise?
Yeah.
Okay, who owns the...
We have multiple locations. They're not just one.
You have multiple locations?
Yeah.
And who owns the franchise?
He's the one who owns, and they have a different partners who own those multiple locations.
Okay, multiple locations. Okay, and they're all Middle Eastern. That own
Owner
the
is same.
Pardon?
Owner is Amir. And
Of all the locations?
Yeah. But
All-
chefs, they have all Jamaican chefs.
All Jamaican chefs. So this is owned by Middle Eastern, the entire French. Okay, interesting. So the chefs are Jamaican though.
Chefs all Jamaican. All
Appropriation. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you have any question, you can ask. Okay.
Where's
It's
the
manager number. If you
Okay.
want.
You're right.
You good?
Yeah, I see.
Boy. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Now look up the read the definition for cultural appropriation.
It says
Of food.
It says cultural appropriation of food means taking a food, dish, or culinary tradition from another culture, especially a marginalized or oppressed group.
What?
Marginalized or oppressed group.
Yeah.
Right.
You ever see Arabs selling Chinese food?
La, sir. La.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Yeah.
Never see the vice versa neither.
Yeah. You ever see black people selling Chinese food?
La, sir. Never.
You understand? But you're gonna see Arab and Chinese serving soul food, you know what I mean, or Jamaican food. And you know what I mean, in the back, you might have our people serving, you know what I mean, like making it different. But they own it. You understand? Reno?
And Silaki, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
you see the video about with this elderly brother that him basically cooks meat, right? And he make it fall off the bone. You see it? It went viral.
No.
Him have a slang where him say tenderism. He's an American black brother, a Negro.
That's all like a brother.
Yeah. And him have a style where him basically show yourself meat at the tenderest, you know what I mean? So when he lift it by the bone, the meat just fall off the bone. And he went viral. And many people start following him. But
yeah.
They were disappointed when they found out that he didn't own the restaurant. The restaurant was owned by a white man. But he was the one that made it popular because of him style, him you know what I mean?
Because he can cook up.
Yeah. And the way him cook, like what you say. So, but when everybody tried to find his restaurant, because he's who them know, you know. See? When them find out he was just a chef in a white man's restaurant.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So,
we just slaves in a white man's world. And black people don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like we okay, if we don't understand what oppression is, but and the proof of that is what we look for as success.
Right.
You understand? We look for success. me know that you don't have a clue that you're being oppressed.
God.
You don't. Or else, things that you would deem as important is not important.
Right.
You understand? To your culture, to your people. It's not. When the
God.
World Cup, being in that pageant means nothing. You understand? What
God.
means something is we come together as a people, and help these brothers and sisters on these islands that have been, devastated by these hurricanes. That's
Right.
what we gotta come together and do. That
God.
that is what should make the news. But that doesn't make the news. I know brothers and sisters in Jamaica trying their best to help each other out, but that is not
Right.
making it on the news.
God.
No, if that was making it every day on your 6 o'clock news, then there'll be more brothers and sisters trying to get out there and help. Because now they're pushing something positive. Now they're pushing something where, this is what we have to do. You understand?
Yeah.
Like it should be like that, but it's not. Instead, on the 6 o'clock news, you might be hearing about some criminal, you know what I mean? Some brother done commit some crime, some police officer done you know what I mean, unalive some brother.
God.
You understand? Or you know what I mean, news on America, but where's the news? You know what I mean, all over the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock news
God.
of black people helping black people on the island. You understand? And running that over and over and telling people we have to help each other. We're gonna do wonders there.
God.
You understand? We won't have people like this. Like we won't even go and eat out in restaurants like that. You understand? We won't even go support them like that. We'll go find that little hole in the wall where a Jamaican is cooking the authentic Jamaican food. I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? Even if we had to travel an extra 5 miles, extra 10 miles to go support his business, rather than we try to support a business that is appropriating, you understand? To the point where, you know what I mean, Amiru. You gotta talk to Amiru. Like, what the hell is that? Amiru sound like you know what I mean, he's Asian. Why is he not cooking Asian food?
God.
Why?
So like yes, sir, which goes back to the self-confidence that we should now have, because this proves that our culture is superior. We don't need validations from these heathens. You know what I mean? What we need to do is what Kappa said, come together and help each other. Because these heathens, them want to be like we have the proper thing that we need to help each other. We have the culture everybody want to steal and make themselves rich. Why am don't do? Why am don't cook Arab food? Why am I choose Jamaican food? Why am I have a Jamaican patty on the wall in a restaurant? You understand? This proves that we are better than them, because we will never open a restaurant and cook Arab food. Arab food not taste like our food.
Yeah.
You understand?
Man. And that scripture, you understand? Go to Psalms 83 and 2. You know what I mean? It's something that we all, that Psalm 83 prayer. You understand? And listen to what's happening. This fact, these couple verses right here, and see what they have in it. And tell me if these other nations are not actually trying to do that.
Right.
You understand? Because you can't tell me, only the oppressor know who we are. These other nations, they know who we are too. They know. But they know if they tell us, they will have to serve us. And they would rather serve the oppressor than serve us. Right. But they know that Christ gonna come and do it by force.
So that is, sir. If I may, which makes me have to give a shout out to the Hispanic brother.
Yeah.
This Hispanic brother who confronted this Arab, we have to shout him out. See? Because we tend to show love to these heathens and neglect, you know what I mean, our Hispanic and Native Indian brothers, not knowing that these are our people. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It took a Hispanic to stand up first for Jamaican culture. Well, you never see a Jamaican do. It took a Hispanic brother. I've never seen a video of a Jamaican confronting an Arab or any other nation saying that they should stop stealing our culture. Only in the
Yeah.
ISUPK. But it took a Hispanic brother, which means what? These Hispanics respect us more than these other nations.
That's right.
You understand? And in the World Cup qualifiers, sir, we were complaining that we had too many Hispanic referees, and that is the reason why we didn't qualify automatically for the World Cup. That is not true.
Yeah.
You understand? These Hispanics have more compassion on us than any other nation because they are our brothers, and we should learn here in Jamaica to love our Hispanic brothers from Mexico, Guatemala, Venezuela, Brazil, all of them. We need to understand that we and them in the same boat as a people, and we should look out for each other. And not to be long-winded, sir, we ignore the fact that Venezuela send humanitarian aid to Jamaica, you know, sir. See?
Yeah.
Even though they are steering war right down the barrel of the gun. See? We should think about that and see how much love is in our Hispanic brothers. We should learn how to see them as being ourselves. You understand? Slakia.
No, you're right. That's right. That is exactly right. You know what I mean? Like we definitely gotta understand. You know what I mean? The situation we're in. You know what I mean? As a people, and see that. You know what I mean? We're being deceived by the oppressor.
Right.
I mean, that's why we say the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Because he doesn't deceive us into thinking that the Mexicans and them ain't your brother.
Right.
I mean, you don't even know that the Mexican is on your team. You don't even know that. You don't know that. And that's the thing with sports. Sports have a tendency to make you know what I mean, not on, you know what I mean, like we understand the concept of putting on a shirt, a yellow, green, and black shirt. And now we go out there and play the team in red or whatever. You understand? But we don't understand, you know what I mean, bloodline, like the team you're on, that with the people who have the same blood. That's your team. The Hispanic is on your team.
Right.
The Native Indian on your team. And the white man is this tool of football, or what America calls soccer. It's a tool to bring you together with heathen Israelites. And now you forget who the real enemy is. You think the enemy is the Hispanic brother that blowing the whistle. He ain't the enemy. He didn't make the rules of the game.
Right.
You understand? He didn't make the rules of the game. You know what I mean? Like why are we coming down on them like that? You know why? I'll tell you why we're coming down on them like that. Because the oppressor coming down on their people. So we think we could come down on them and tell them and blame them. We always, this is one thing with Israelites I realize. We always try to get and put another group beneath us. You understand? So Benjamin tried to put Judah beneath them. You understand? You know what I mean? Like we always, you know what I mean, in a situation where I don't want to get conflicted or misconstrued. Honestly, beneath, meaning like, you know how the Hispanics, you mostly hear stories about, you know what I mean, brothers or sisters in a restaurant coming at a Hispanic because the order ain't get in right. You know what I mean? We always try to do it to each other, like put each other down. And we learn that from the oppressor.
So like, yes, sir, that comes from also the same self-confidence thing where you talk about. We feel the need to put somebody beneath us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we have been brought so low. You know what I mean? we feel like in order for us to be somebody, we have to do what the oppressor do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tread down on somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What scripture I tell it to go to?
Can cancer. We have Psalms 83
Mm-hmm.
and let's
2.
read verse 1. Can.
Mm-hmm.
It said, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not
Mm-hmm.
thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
That's right. And it's King David.
Right.
King David is saying this. Why? And that enemy lifting up their head, meaning they what?
They might
They're
exalt
proud.
themselves.
Yes, they're proud.
Can.
These Asians in Jamaica, these heathens in Jamaica, they are proud.
Right.
They think they could talk to you anyhow. I remember, yeah, I remember too, as we're talking about that. Remember when the hurricane came and they start showing you videos of sisters going off on brothers in the hotel?
Yeah,
That was that?
Yeah.
It's almost like, yeah, you come here and it's like you trying to talk down to the Jamaican people.
Gone.
And like they're supposed to go run and fetch whatever you want on the spot.
Gone.
You understand? And that's something we learn from the slave master. When it shouldn't be like that. It should be like, ain't no food, ain't no sweat. Hey, when we could get this done, ain't no. You need my help? Let's go.
Right.
Like deal with each other right.
Can.
I mean, if they don't have the food, they don't have the food. But if you have the food, share it.
Right.
Cook it. Give them it. Be hospitable. You understand?
And if I may, sir,
come on.
If I may, we tend here in Jamaica, we tend to treat Black Americans differently than how we treat white Americans. You know what I mean? So the wrong is on both sides.
Yeah, for sure.
We need for sure more love and customer service to our brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to the oppressor, when the oppressor come here to Jamaica on his vacation, we greet him with a smile. We treat him like he's, you know what I mean? He is Christ himself. But when it comes to our Black American brothers and sisters, we treat them like how we treat the regular Jamaican brothers and sisters. We don't feel the need to show them any respect. But in reality, they are the ones who we are supposed to show the love and the respect. You understand?
That's right. That's right. Finish off Psalms.
Verse 4. Salakia, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And you can clearly see that these nations have done that. That's why the Chinese are able to come into your community, the Africans are able to come in the community, and the Arab, and the white. Every nation able to come into your community.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
And consulted against thine hidden ones.
And consulted. You know what I mean? Like going in and buying up the land and privatizing certain places where the locals can't even go and bathe. You grew up with that beach. Your parents grew up, your grandparents grew up going to that beach. You grew up and you can't go to that beach. You're not a free man. I mean, you might want to check yourself and see. I mean, you got to look that man in the mirror and understand you are not a free man. Read on.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Yeah.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Maybe no more in remembrance. You understand? And today, you go tell a black man, or go ask him, what's his nationality? He'll tell you everything else but a Hebrew Israelite. He'll tell you everything else. I guarantee you. You understand? That was 4?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, that's solid. And give me Isaiah 42 and 22.
Karawakan.
You understand? Like this here is going to spell out what we're talking about tonight. All right. Isaiah, what did I say?
42 and 22.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Karawakan. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
But this is a people what?
Robbed and spoiled.
No, these are people robbed and spoiled, robbed of justice, robbed of the land, of the culture, the identity, robbed of everything, and spoiled. Brother, we are spoiled. You understand? Took everything from us, took our gold, they took everything from us.
Right.
You understand? We are people robbed and spoiled. Anymore?
They are all of them snared in holes.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's Isaiah. That's I. Oh, what
Isaiah
verse is that?
42, CM 22, sir. Verse 22, CM.
Right. That's good there with the robbed and spoiled. That paints a good picture there for us. And I'll give me a last one more, Baruch 2 and 30, and then we'll get a couple more to show us. You know what I mean? I mean, give us. I mean, hope in this place, because that's what we have to go on, and that's what we have to take and run and have faith that the Lord is going to send Christ back. You know what I mean? And what the Bible clearly says, faith without works is dead. So you're gonna have to have faith by showing your work.
Right.
You understand? Come on.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and 30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people."
You understand? Like they're gonna hear this and think we talking down. Some of them.
Right.
On our people, but we're not. We just letting you know that what you look at superstitious is really not superstitious. These things are, you know what I mean? We could reverse these things. You know what I mean?
Right.
We could reverse it. You know what I mean? You because Jamaica ain't gonna just get better. Because, you know what I mean, you could go rebel, but if you're still doing the same things the Lord say not to do, He's going to tear it down. Or you can go back to that pattern. You know what I mean? And if you don't dress right, you don't, you know what I mean, you don't do what's right. You understand? Same thing can happen to your worst. You understand? You could go to the World Cup, win the World Cup, lose in the World Cup, still coming back home. Sport. People that are robbed and spoiled. You're still coming back to that. All right, read on.
Sir. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Right? In the land of captivity, they're going to what?
Remember themselves.
We're going to start remembering all that. We're going to start recognizing, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't take part in this beauty pageant. You know what? Maybe I ain't going to entertain these people no more.
So like your audio, sir. It now come true correctly.
You hear me good?
I hear you good now. Can.
All right, so like it. You know what I mean? Now we're gonna have to start to question how we move.
Right.
You know what I mean? How we gonna serve the Lord? Because maybe we don't understand what makes the Lord upset to put us in positions like these, and what makes them, you know what I mean, happy so He could put us in proper positions.
Right.
You understand?
Read on. That's it for verse 30.
Okay. All right, go to 32. Read to 32. So like
verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord their God,
Mm-hmm.
For
Like we
I
don't know
will,
that. We don't know that. We do not know that the Lord of this Bible want to fight for us. You understand? Like that is what should bring pride to us, knowing that we are God chosen people,
right.
and then taking that and then doing what He said to do. You understand? Read on.
God. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall, verse 32, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
You understand? Like He is putting us in a position where we're gonna have to cry unto Him, and not just cry. Like black people, right? When things like that happen to them, right? When um when they say evil things happen to them, what do black people do by nature? What do we do?
What one thing we do is to blame Satan.
That is correct, but there's something else we do when it keeps on happening to us. When it keeps on, when bad things keep on happening to us, there's something we do to ourselves. We start analyzing,
God,
everything in we like.
God.
You start checking to see if you're doing what you're supposed to do.
God.
You understand? Like that's what we do, right? That's by nature. But what we brothers and sisters don't understand is they need a priest in their corner.
Right.
They need one. See what's that? Like the Lord done, send hurricane, category 6 hurricane to destroy. And now you're seeing fire destroying more, more things. That's crazy. Any more?
I don't know if you want to end it there.
No,
We have a next line in verse 32. So verse 32 says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
Right.
That's the end of verse 32.
That's good. Now give me Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1.
Gun.
Give me that. So that like now you're going to see how we could regain our identity, how we could regain our confidence, our self-confidence. Come on.
Gun. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. And it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have.
And that's what the Lord wants. Yeah. He needs the righteous man. And when the Bible says righteous man, he's saying men like mankind. You understand? Righteous brothers, women have to be righteous too. Don't think because they hear righteous man, now you could do what? Now you could go blow whoever you want to blow.
Right.
You understand? Now you want to go eat whatever you want to eat. No. It's talking about man and woman being righteous. Read on.
Okay. Before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
Right. And made no account what?
Of his labors.
Read on.
Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
You understand? The Lord sent this hurricane, right? So that we will see it and be what? Terrified, and now we serve him. Not the World Cup, not the pageant.
Right.
You understand? He don't want you now to forget about how he was living to put you in this situation. You understand? And now look to the pageant. Now look to the World Cup. Right. No. I want that. Read on.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
And you're gonna be amazed by the strangeness of his salvation. Like black people, once we wake up, we're gonna be amazed to see what happened to us. We're gonna be amazed. You understand? Read on.
So far beyond all that they look for.
Right,
So
read on.
if I may, just to add to that particular one, because what we look for is the World Cup qualifiers, you know what I mean? The pageant, you know what I mean? That is what we look for in a gold medal in the Olympics. But the most I say, we will be amazed at the salvation far beyond all of that. You understand?
That's right. Yeah.
So that
ain't no medal going to fill the joy you're gonna have on that day. Ain't no entertainment gonna fill the joy on that day. All right.
So
and now come on.
Imagine ruling this earth and ruling your oppressor.
That's right.
There's no feeling of winning the World Cup no compared to that, you know. You know what I mean? Slack.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right, because the oppressor right now, he ruling it right. He is straight up ruling it right now. And he is not worrying about, you know what I mean, his team going to the World Cup.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All
right. Go to which one I tell us to go to again? Where you at right now?
Wisdom of Solomon. We're there at we just reached verse 3.
All right, let's do one more. Let's do let's do Revelation 7 and 4.
7 and 4?
Yeah, Revelation. All right. This is your goal. This is what we should be attempting to do. What we should be attempting to do, we should be attempting to try and bring Christ down faster. You understand? We have the mindset right now. We need mindset right now. We're waiting on Christ to come. But Christ waiting on you to get right too. Christ waiting on you to make the ultimate sacrifice like he made for your brothers.
Right.
All right, come on.
This is the book of Revelation 7 and 4. And it says, I will hear, Slakia, and I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
All right. All the tribes. The 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? And 144,000 of them that the Lord going to do what? Seal.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 5. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000.
Right. And it goes down to all the 12 tribes to be sealed for what? 12,000 of us. Right. And now skip me to the last tribe.
Chapter 7, verse 17.
No, 7.
7.
Yeah.
7.
No, not verse 7, but I forget what verse it is where it has the last tribe.
Last tribe. Okay.
When you talk about 12,000 this.
Yeah. Verse 8. Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000.
And what say after?
Verse 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number.
You understand? like you had to understand the Lord really trying to bring honor back to this nation.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You read the stories about the Israelites. In the time of King David, them heathens feared us.
Right.
They didn't want to go to war with us. You know what I mean? They didn't want to. And Christ trying to come back and do that.
God.
Understand?
God.
Go
And
ahead.
so, like, if I may, the last tribe where it suggests, where it says is of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. We here in
Mhm.
Jamaica, we are from the tribe of Benjamin. You
That's right.
understand? Benjamin is the
Mhm.
little brother. See, we in the Caribbean, we are Benjamin. We
That's
need
right.
to focus on us and the Most High sealing 12,000 from our tribe. So that,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Instead of trying to fight the 11 man on the field and the 12 man in the stadium, we need to seal 12 tribes of Israel and 12,000 from the tribe of, you know what I mean, of Benjamin. We focus on
That's
that.
right.
Let's put our team together as the children of Israel and don't worry about no
Mhm.
stupid World Cup. You
That's
understand?
right. Mhm.
Like yes, sir.
No, you don't sell it. That's exactly it. I mean, anything else?
Yeah, we never finish verse 9. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindred and people and
Mm-hmm.
tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
That's it.
God.
All right. You know what I mean? And that should show you he trying to bring that glory back to us.
Right.
The Lord wants to do it. We children, just like a father, you want to see a child excel and be the best. If a
God.
child is not doing that, you understand? Then it's what I mean, you nigh onto, what I mean, not giving that child whatever it is you want, that reward. You're not doing it. Understand?
God.
Hmm? Anything else? Are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go, sir. I think that's a good note to end the show on. You know what
Yeah,
I
man.
mean? Can. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
And
you know what I mean? Let's just Slaki, I don't know if Officer Abada wanna have anything when I want to say before we close out. Sir,
Yeah, man.
you might have mute. Go ahead.
I know. Well,
Go ahead.
it's just what I have to say is just asking people to find our fundraiser and the link for our
oh
fundraiser.
yeah, man. Next time, next time, give um can one make sure I have it next time so we could just put it up on the screen or run it at the bottom of the page.
Got one cut.
You know what I mean? Because
Got one.
4 barrels coming your way. You know what I mean?
Got one
And
cut.
more soon.
Got
All
one
right.
cut.
Do don't give me the dates and thing already.
Yeah, man. Got one cut.
So we're gonna try and do the best as we could do. With as little as we could do, as little as we have, we try to
Right.
do the best.
Got one
You
cut.
understand? And all well, brothers and sisters, understand that we have to come together as a body. Or else we ain't making it out this hell.
Mm-hmm.
See what going on there? All right.
All right, sir. So we get them the outro. So this is
Mm-hmm.
the breakdown podcast where we break down the strongholds holding back the children of Israel here in the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. With that, shalom.
Shalom, warrior.
Hello.
Shalom, sir. Yabba Shem Shabaka thumb.
They should thumb.
One West. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We work hard in a life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man a hunt for the goal and a dig it in a road and a live my life. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now me a seek time for myself and me a shell down some party. Be stressed. Me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to the girl inna the beach dress. The body a roll a she a the neatest. She nah no man, nah that a the weakness. So me the in her ears but not like a real pest. Nah, just a move with a vibe. Because we a poor, the mood is alive. If you do 9 to 5 I know you a get rich, you do realize. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now we have poor kulu rump and Tennessee we compare. That is it. Move to that girl, let the body tick. What is it? You know see me attack low the politics. Watch it twist. No one see no ratchet flick, no matic click. No negative energy or positive. One West I keep the peace and no magic trick. We are dance till in icon. We are groove, we are vibe. And no care, no fear right off. Make it all. Me say, me no want see